everyone, and thanks for joining us for our daily recap show. I'm your host, Lauren Kalil. We are first headed to South Africa to the Fittest in Cape Town, where only one qualifying spot is on the line in each division at the CrossFit Games. On the show to recap all the action is Zoe Schnetler. She's been watching all of the action. She's going to bring us up to speed. And thank goodness, because you got to watch a little on Instagram Live, a little on Facebook Live. But you have all of the desktops up to watch what's going on.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's a struggle.
So how has it been overall so far as somebody who's from South Africa and obviously like a fan of these athletes who are competing?
So I love watching the athletes compete. Obviously I do CrossFit myself, so it's very motivating. You lose motivation and you get to this stage of the competition, so it's very motivating to watch. But yeah, it's can be frustrating when you can't find or can't see what you want to see. But yeah, very entertaining. I love watching them.
All right, so you're obviously going to do your best with what we've been provided by Fittest and Cape Town to bring us up to speed on what's happened so far. We'll start with the first individual workout with the women. The leaderboard is not yet finalized, so this is basically just on Zoe's notes, her watching, keeping up with Facebook, all of social media. If you guys are unfamiliar with the workout, we can bring it up right here. This is going to be workout one for the teams. The individuals, they started with the ski and then into 5 rounds for time of a 100-meter swim, 20 alternating bear hugs, and a forward lunge with that slam ball. Let's start with the women. In first place, Mary Jamieson, maybe an athlete that not all of us are super familiar with.
Yes. So Mary Jamieson obviously is one of the top 10 athletes coming into this competition, but definitely not someone you would think could take one of the podium spots for this event. And she did. So very surprising, but very well done.
Yeah. And then second place, no surprise, Michelle Bassett. She's, somebody who went to the games last year, definitely has potential to head back this year.
Yes. Michelle Basnet. She was almost in the lead at the stage, but I think Mary Jamieson beat her with the swimming. So with this workout, obviously the lunges was nothing new to the athlete. So the swim is definitely where the leaders were separated from the rest of the heat.
Was there any big race towards the end, like any competitions within like some of the heats?
So in the final heat, definitely, like I said, Michelle Bassinet was very close at the stage, but I think Mary just ended up beating her with the swim, and at the end she won maybe by like five lunges, so it was quite close.
Mm. Moving on to the men's side, I'm actually going to let you pronounce who was in first place. Ruan Potgieter. I know you sound much different when you say his name.
So yes, Ruan Potgieter. Ruan Potgieter came first. So I think it's a very unexpected athlete for a lot of people out there. But Ruan Potgieter is definitely a fan favorite for us here in South Africa, and definitely someone we can see going to the games.
And why do you say that? What makes people in South Africa so confident about this person? I know even our sports analysts from Morning Chalk Up, he was not on any of their picks for predicting to go to the game. So give us a little background of what you know about him.
Yes, so he's been competing in a lot of competitions. He's very fit. I think he has a title as fittest South African man. Yeah, I'm not sure what competition or what that's from, but I know he has that title. So very fit, very strong, and a lot of people love him.
Right behind him, though, of course, Jason Smith in second, Keelan Henry in third. Two races that, or two names rather, that are a bit familiar. But there was a bit of a race on the men's side for this event. Tell us about that.
Yes. Yeah, so Ruan was in the lead, but for second and third place, Jason and Keelan had a bit of a race there. I think it was very tight. Keelan was in the lead for most of the workout, but at the end, Jason, I think, won by maybe 2 lunges. It was very close.
Hmm. And again, these are all unofficial scores. This is just what we've seen posting on social media. We will have all the official scores on morningchalkup.com. Moving right into the second event, though, this is the one that is programmed at all of the semifinals. It is the 2014 regional event, number 5. Let's start with the women's side. What was the action that you saw on that leaderboard?
So Michelle Moran, she dominated the field. I think she won maybe by like almost 2 minutes. Michelle Bassinet came second. It was at the start. They were kind of head to head at the start, but I think by like the fifth rope climb, the fifth round, Michelle Moran just took the lead and she won by like 2 minutes. So very impressive.
Wow. And then in second place, Michelle Basnet. Third place, Leverin Engelbrat.
Lieber Engelbrecht, yes.
Levern Engelbrat. Okay. What do you know about those two athletes kind of competing for some of those top positions?
So obviously Michelle Bassinet, she has been to the games, so I think she is one of the top contenders. But Michelle Moran, I think she is maybe one of the fan favorites here, and definitely somebody a lot of people want to see go to the games. She's maybe very small, but we say klein botteltjie groot gif. I don't know if you know what it means.
Oh, what does that mean? It
so
sounded
basically,
beautiful.
so basically, like a small bottle, a lot of poison. I don't know. That's the direct translation. So that's Michelle Moran. Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to need you to write out like the phonetics for me so I can start using that. And then, of course, we have the men's field heat 2. Again, we have Robbie Ewer in first, Jason Smith in second, and then South African's favorite, Ruan. He's coming back for that third place.
Yes. So Robbie Ewer from Heat 2 actually put up the top time unofficially. But for the men in Heat 3, there was a bit of a race there. Darren, Jason, and Keelan had a race, but somewhere along the line, I think it was the fifth round, Darren got a no rep and Jason ended up taking the lead and Ruan right behind him. So, yes.
And then moving right over to the team competition, our first event for the teams, we had, starting with a 2,000-meter skier. You can split any way you want as a team. Then in any order, each athlete will complete 150 meters of swim, 20 slam ball squats. What were some noteworthy takeaways from this with the teams who did well?
So in first place, we had Kumit Okavangu. No surprise there. This is, I think, the top team coming into this competition. Second place, Fireball Dragons. Maybe an unexpected
Nice
team
name.
or a team. Yes, Fireball Dragons. Yes. So I don't think anybody expected them to maybe be on the podium for this event, but they came second, did really well, and then in third place, BST CrossFit, also one of the top teams.
Do you think that like there's going to be a lot of shifting with the teams over the weekend, or are these some of the top teams that you expect to see stay consistent?
I think there's definitely going to be some change up. Like I mentioned, Kumit Okavangu is, I think, the top team coming into this. But another team, Tiger Valley Unit. Tiger Valley Unit is one of the other top teams coming into this and also definitely a fan favorite. So I think there's definitely going to be competition between Kumit Okavangu and Tiger Valley Unit. And then another team, BST CrossFit, are also consistent on the leaderboard in the top 3 positions. So I think between those 3 teams, there's definitely going to be some changes in the leaderboard throughout the weekend.
Sure. And speaking of like some of those changes throughout the weekend with the leaderboard, we'll just quickly take a look at event number 2, which they also teams also completed today. We had 4-time accumulate 50 synchro bar muscle ups per pair, male, and then female. And then with a maximum of 7 rounds, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, 15 10 cal assault bike for partner 1, 20-meter handstand walk partner 2, and then in the remaining time of 3-minute rounds, max synchro bar muscle ups. Time cap 27 minutes. Any surprises with this workout?
So with this workout, the three teams that we just spoke about, they actually had a three-way race throughout this workout. So it started off with Kumit Okavango in the lead while the men were busy. And when the females started, the other Tiger Valley unit and BST CrossFit started catching up, and it ended up being a three-way race between these three teams. And at the end, all three of these teams only had one synchro bar muscle up remaining. And it ended up being Tiger Valley unit who got them bar muscle up first and took the lead.
Wow. So, like, what a way to recap day one. Any other highlights from what you've seen so far with all of the action?
I think the most surprising was definitely Mary Jameson in event 1, and then Robbie Ewer for the individual men event 2. Very unexpected for these two athletes, but very well done, yes.
It's only day one. We got 2 more days to go. Zoe, thank you so much for bringing us all up to speed on day one at the Fittest in Cape Town, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.